welcome to Book Obsession. I'm Ashley Gunn. This is going to be a book review of Opal, the third book in the Lux series by Jennifer Armentrout. For any of you guys who are not familiar with this series, it is an incredible alien fantasy series. However, you have to start at the first book, Obsidian, because this will spoil you. This is the third book. There is going to be a playlist where we're going to put all of the books in this series once they're uploaded. And so if you are interested in spoilers or you want to follow along as we go ahead and click on the playlist. For all of you guys who either just finished Onyx or don't mind spoilers, this, like I said, is going to be a review of Opal. And much like the last book, Onyx was about a mineral that was essentially the Luxon's kryptonite, Opal is a rock, and it gives the mutants basically the ability to keep up with the Luxons, because mutants do have a lot of power drain. They get really exhausted after using their powers. Luxons do too, not to that extent, but with the Opal, Damon doesn't even feel tired at all. He feels like he could continue going forever. So Opal is a huge power boost for the Luxon, whether you're a mutant or you're an alien. I personally think that that is important, but not the main purpose of this book. I think the main purpose of this book is Beth. We got Dawson back in the last book, and now he's on a mission that he is going to get Beth back. For several reasons, we now know that Beth is alive, the biggest being that Katie saw her and spoke to her. And so now Dawson will not rest. He's basically a giant pain in everybody's booty until he gets Beth back. During this time, Katie's also going to be trying to increase her powers, learn about them, learn how to protect herself, because she has this fear of being a liability to Damon, getting Damon killed, getting Dee killed. If you think about it from the first book, what has Damon's biggest fear been? That humans are weak and it's going to get Dee killed. So I think Katie feels a lot of guilt for that and really tries to push herself to make sure that she will never cause anybody any harm and that she will never put anybody in any harm. So that's going to be a really big push in this book. This book is going to be very similar to the other books in that because it's written by Jennifer and it's part of the Lux series, there's going to be a lot of splintered off little stories. Obviously some stuff happened in Onyx that has not been resolved, that will be resolved in Opal. Definitely been talked about a couple of different things that have happened through there. Another big part of this book is going to be relationships. In the last one we talked a lot about Damon and Katie and how their relationship transformed from the first book. This is going to be Katie and Dee, because Dee's going to realize that Katie's a big liar. I mean, up until this point, she has not told Katie that she's a mutant. She has not told Katie really anything about what her life has been, any of these changes that she's gone through, and Dee considers herself Katie's best friend. On top of all of that, Katie's been pushing Dee further and further away. So, I mean, it just kind of makes sense that Dee is offended by this whole thing, and it puts her in a really awkward situation because she feels like everybody is always trying to protect her and keep her in the dark even when it's not what she wants. There's going to be a lot of problems that do arise in that relationship between the two of them, and quite frankly it's going to take a while for those to be resolved. The purpose of Opal, in my opinion, when you look at the entire series complete, is that this book is the build up to the explosion that's going to be the next several books. By the end of this book, you are going to be an addict. I read this book and then every other book of this series back to back to back. I couldn't put it down. It was very, very well done. At the end of this book, there is a cliffhanger. On the other side of that cliffhanger, starting with the next book, everything you thought you knew about the Luxons, about their purpose on Earth, their place in society, the Department of Defense, even things you thought you knew about the Arum, really, absolutely everything you thought you knew up to this point is going to be questioned. And Jennifer still has some surprises left, even though we're halfway through this series. So do not get comfortable. It's going to get even more exciting. She's going to keep introducing new stuff to you. Like I said, question everything. It's really exciting and it only gets better. So if you like this review, go ahead and like it. If you have any questions, comments, if you want specific spoilers, like I always say, email me because I don't want to ruin them for everybody. If you want my videos every week, then subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you for joining me.